Hey, it's Chris, and today we're going to be working on the landing page and locking down the routes. Currently, everything has been global, so you could have gone anywhere and you don't get any data. The data is safe, but it would be nice if this was locked down. So, let's get into the code. Um, so, I was just showing, you know, these show up as empty because the GraphQL store is only coming in with the user data, which is determined on the server. So let's log in. Hope everybody's doing well today. Let me get my password just off screen. All right, so that's our grocery list. So in the last one, we organized this list based off of which store you're shopping at, and we also made it so you can add stuff from this list. So let's see, what's something? Let's do bananas. So at Costco, bananas are one of the last thing, but they're middle there. At Harris Teeter, well, at Harris Teeter they should be the last thing. So we've got the ability to reorganize the store based off of where it is. Did you hear that dropped? Where it is when in your route around the store. Oops, that didn't save. Click the wrong save. So so let's get in here. So routes in Redwood. Let's close everything. Are handled in the web source folder at the base of the web source folder. So, ugh, man, I've got everything open. So they're right there, routes, and I do have these on authenticated routes. Doesn't appear to be rerouting though, does it? So what we want to do is we want to create a landing page. So let's get a second node up, and this uses node version 12. Generate page, and we'll call it landing. So look, it's created the stories, the test, and the landing page, and then it's also added it to the route. So landing's right there. Sort of what the home page is. So let's look at the home page. Okay, so we're using the home page as the same as the the plan. See right there. So we want to rename that to something different and have the default route go to this landing page. So we'll change that and then change this to plan. And then all we've got to do is move this down here. We should probably rename it so it doesn't say, home page on that. So we're going to call that plan page. Just that way we're able to find it. And this is probably going to mess up some of the links that we have, so we'll have to go through and change those as well. Not the pan page. So we've got landing page. Let's put something on that landing page to show that it's, well, let's got that there. Okay. We're using Tailwind CSS, so we need to put some styles on here. And let's say text 3XL. All right, let's get some complaints going. Private. Something's wrong here. Plan page is not defined. That's right, it's not defined. Okay. It should be defined, but within the home page, why is it rewritten all this stuff? Source. So we're running testing. All these tests would fail because I changed the name of the page. Edit store. So look, for some reason it's changed. All this stuff. Sometimes VS Code is a bit eager to mess things up. That's what happens when you change a lot of stuff. Fail to compile home page. thing left is these. Okay, maybe we should kill the server and restart it. All right, we've got landing page. It's not getting application layout because we didn't add it. So import source.layouts.app layout, and it's a default layout. Okay, now it's complaining about this route because that's not a route anymore. We now made that plan. It's probably going to find another one. Because I've got separate desktop and mobile routes. I'm not sure that's ideal, but that's what I've got. All right. So we got the landing page. Now each of these is showing. Let's get this beeline right there as a link. We'll say to routes.landing. All right, so now we've got landing on all these. Let's see what it looks like in mobile. So we also need to do that in mobile. All right. So we've got the landing page. We probably want a different layout for that. So let's look at what Bootstrap or Bootstrap. Sorry, Adam Wathen. What Tailwind UI's examples are. So let's get a hero section going. I like this first one. Copy that to clipboard and let's generate a layout. And we'll call that the landing layout. let's close everything. Get over to the landing layout. So, Tailwind's, what he's got there are all in HTML. So on plain HTML, you can use classes, but in React, you can't. So do a Control H and then replace the class name. Other thing that trips up React is the way that things are passed through SVGs, and they make heavy use of SVGs. So this is complaining about no ending script tag. And same deal. Okay. And these are actually HTML comments, so we need to get rid of those. So let's look at how layouts are used in application, how you yield out what you want. Looks like it's just children like that. So he's got in here where your content goes. Actually, he doesn't. So that's the hero. What else would we want? Call to action next, or features? Let's do a call to action next. Does he have any shells? Let's see. Let's also edit the landing page and change this not from application layout, but to landing layout. Hello, if you've just joined. All right, so that's our landing page now. I'm not seeing landing page listed on here. Oh, because we didn't add the children. So I think we need a wrapper. Background gray. Actually, no. Okay, so there's a wrapper included. Start. Let's see. Start of. hero. And this div is the last div. So I'm gonna put the end of the hero here. I'll say start of CTA. It's a marketing term. This stuff copies over awfully. You know what? We don't need a CTA after that because it's included in the hero. See? So let's think about what we want to do next. So we could have a features section. It's like full features. I'm not sure that there's that many features on this app yet. We'll go with the simple one. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that for the moment, and then we'll just throw children down here at the bottom. So there's the landing page for the children. All right, let's add all these. We'll say move route, create landing layout. So I'm thinking that maybe this is too far down, but we need to also start creating things like so we can get back to the application. So first thing I want to create is this login, and this is just going to be a route. So we need to import the stuff that we have to do the routes. You know what? I'm going to put this up beside because we can sort of reference it as well. So let's see, landing layout. Okay, we're not using any state yet, so I'm not going to import that. But we do need these log in, log out is authenticated. And okay. So here is where we need to, we can use the same logic right there. And we'll put an on-click handler. So this actually pulls up the Netlify auth, if you remember, back in one of the earlier videos. Damn, this thing's going all around. Okay. There must be another login. Yep, right here. So now that should show log out. Let's duplicate that button, and what we can have is the dashboard button as well, or a dashboard link, if it is authenticated. So if it's authenticated, we'll return this this. Otherwise, that's essentially it. We'll return an empty string. So now we should see two buttons. But let's I'm going to move this over here. Let's look at the class. Border transparent base. Background white. Let's do background gray 100. And we need to change the text. So it just says dashboard. That doesn't need to say anything special. Let's see. Should we do it as dashboard, or I'm trying to think of an example app. that's not one. Type. Trying to think one that keeps you on the landing route, but then has like enter dashboard or. Basically, I'm trying to depend on the way that other people do things because that they have user experience professionals. I would say people who've thought about this for a while and probably tested. So, in fact, I want to change the order on this. I want this to show up as the default thing. I'm going to just say that. So that doesn't need the on-click handler. Have I imported routes? Yeah, routes is there. This needs to also be a link component. So we'll go routes.plan. And let's throw a left margin on there. I don't know how tight we want it. Okay, let's check how this scales. Okay, it does over, when you are really small in, it overlays that. So what we want, right now it's on, I forget what the breakpoints are that Tailwind has on that, but we don't really want it overlaying like that. So breakpoints. These are the default ones. I don't think that I would. I'm not going to change these. I mean, they've already thought about these. So 640 is small. So what width are we at right here? So it happens between small and medium. And it goes to mobile. So what we could do, we've got a few options. Small, height full. If we change this to medium, we can make it so it stays on the mobile view for longer. So let's give that a try and see what that looks like. Hello, have you ever used Tailwind before? Well, it's not working. hidden MD flex. So this is the mobile menu down here. We also need to take care of state on mobile because this is just displaying the whole time. But we'll manage that after we fix hidden MD flex. So this is showing on flex. This is this pattern. You see back here? So it's actually in here that we need to do something with. It's already on medium. It's hidden by default on small. You know what? We're not going to have... Okay, I'm going to cheat. We're not going to have that many links up at the top. So it will never hit it because we're never going to have them. Okay, I'm going to fix these errors. This is because React requires this special naming system, and I just copied that from Tailwind. So Control H, and what were they? You can find them on E-L and replace that with E-L. And I think the other one's E-W. Replace that with EW. See if we missed any. And DOM, there's a class name thing. So React, you have to use class name instead of class because it's dang it. And that's the features that I added down at the bottom. I forgot to do that. Okay, so we've got all those errors going. We've got dashboard. Not going anywhere, is it? So let's figure that out. Routes.plan. Why is routes.plan? Let's go to the routes folder. So that should navigate to the plan page. And this will take it to the landing page if the person's unauthenticated. We are authenticated. Oh, it can't be a ref. It has to be a 2. It can't be the parentheses out there. There we go. So here's the application. We've got a grocery planning app. It's got keyboard navigation. You just press backslash. And let's add some pizza and French fries. So French fries aren't in there. So Control Enter, we add it, and those will be in the frozen food section of the Forzen. And then when you're actually out shopping, you'll likely be on your mobile. So you can change which store you're in, and that changes, if you'll notice, pay close attention. Paper goods is at top. At Target, Harris Teeter, it's fruit and veg, because those two stores are laid out differently. So you can create stores. What have we left off? Wegmans. What are some other ones? Publix. Of course, these are American stores. I don't know what. So we can add Aldi, Sainsbury's. Tesco. Not sure where you're at and what stores are coming, but that's the app. And then there's a planning page where you can see them like that. But what we're working on is the landing page. So we've sorted out that. Now we need to handle state up here. So we can look at the application layout to see an example of how we did it. One of the first things we need to use state. In the application. And what should we call this? First, you got to find it. Okay, so this is mobile menu. So we could call it like set mobile open, or mobile open, yeah. It'll be evident, and then we control it with classes. So set or state, use state. Mobile open. So unlike these actually camel cased. Initial state will be false. So he's got some notes here. Show or hide based off of the open state. So let's see how he manages this in here. So that's what it looks like in his application. And he's got nice transitions on it. So his code, well, he doesn't actually have, he used to have RedwoodJS the way that he did it in here. We don't have that luxury, so what we're going to do is, let's see, absolute. We're going to use a template literal in here and do it this way. So the options are absolute and hidden. And we just need to go over mobile open. So this is called a ternary function, and it will return the string absolute if mobile open is true and hidden if false. So now when we come back to here, it's gone, and we've got that, but now we don't have a way to open it. So we need to put an on-click handler on this button. On-click. And we'll do a function set mobile open, the opposite of mobile open, so we can use that as a toggle. And that should open it. It's not. No, I do not want to do that, Ronaldo. I don't want big follows at all. I hate those bots that come in and do that. Mobile opens false. Okay, so it's not getting the on-click handler for that. Did I put it in the wrong one? Okay, so this is where it's got the justify between. See justify between right there. So hidden on medium, last name inflex, hover, SVG, color, path. Where did I put that on click handler? So I put it inside the function. So it's on there. Let's copy that because I think we're going to need to keep that around. But I needed to put it in this button right here. This is the one that's visible. Fingers? Yeah. And we click on that one, and it comes off. So this is just an overlay. It's going over top of that. So got the login. I wonder if there's a way that I can quickly make it switch over to it. Let's also, well, let me try to go to plant. Let me log out and try to go to plan while I'm logged out. It doesn't like that, does it? Okay, so it's not letting me go to it, which is good. But I don't think that that's sufficient. Like, let's see what that route looks like. let's look at its route. It's like Tom's got a video on it. Oops, I don't want to print. Okay, router. So it uses Netlify, or mine uses Netlify under the hood. Netlify auth. There's another tie-in that you can use as well, but that's where it takes you home. But what I'm missing is if you log in directly and you try to go directly to the route. That might be something that I have to ask the team about later. What's going on with that? Okay, so there's that. Let's log in. All right, so we're logged in. What we want is to be able to navigate after the login. Use auth. It's about getting connected, but I want a hook to happen after you log in. You have any ideas of what to do? RedwoodJS after login. So their auth 0 has a redirect. Notify widget. Oh, they've expanded this since I looked at this last time. So the auth 0, maybe I should try to do auth 0, but I don't really want to pay for that. Fire pay ACE database URL messaging. Well, I could do it like that. Log in. So let's all right, let's see if we can extrapolate this out to a function. Handle, let's see, const handle login click. And the reason it's the handle login click is we want it to handle both login and logout. So we'll do a little something like that. So if is authenticated, we'll log out and go to the home. Otherwise, we'll log in and go to plan. So now this handle login click should be all we have to call on either login or logout. So let's give that a try. So if we had messaging on here or some sort of notification system, we could do a little toast message that says logged out or something. The only way that I can indicate it right now is that, but we should be able to. I have thought about doing that on the video today. All right, so we got it navigating on login. Let's get rid of that console log. That we used for that. So I think it's pretty good. We've got a landing page. Let's change the actual message so it actually indicates we're on the Beeline website. Let's see. Whole goal is to save time and money. With Beeline. Yeah, forgot that I accidentally closed off one of those tags. Let's look at it again. It's too verbose. Let's face it. All right, I've got, let's face it, you waste time and money on groceries. The stores are laid out so you have to go down every aisle to find what you want. Why not save time and money by planning your route? And let's throw that on our new line so it's set out from the other piece. So I'm going to put another span inside with this hidden and then XL inline block. Kind of do want this to drop down. So it looks like without that at all. Or no, got that at all. Oh, sorry, Adam. Dude, you can follow me on Twitter. I've been announcing these on Twitter. I'm slinging divs on Twitter. How are you doing today? Here, I might as well just share the whole Twitter link so you don't have to actually search. I'm not a big Twitter user, so I'm still trying to figure out where I need to click. What is that? Why did that show up? Pretty good. Let's see. All right, there's my Twitter handle. It's actually it's in my about down there as well, in the social. So I've been trying to also post these on YouTube, but I'm not sure about the terms and conditions for Twitch on that. I think I had seen something. All right, so let me show you what I've got, what I've done today. I've created a landing page for the application because what was originally happening was this plan route was the landing page route of the site. And I've been laying this out today for desktop and mobile. I got to figure out something's going funny right here. So I think I need to change the Z index of the features. But then what I'm trying to do right now is you see on large screens, save time and money, Beeline. I want that to drop down. But then I was going to say with Beeline. But for some reason, it's not dropping down. So it, I don't know. It's very verbose using Tailwind, but it's really extensible. So I'm a big fan, to be honest. So make sure that should show the same, but we're not getting the span that we want. So one trick in React is you throw a little template in there. Now I'm getting the space there, and a little template right there. Yeah, how about we do that too? Let's do a little bit of both. Man, Adam coming in with the character codes memorized. Let's see if that interprets correctly. Yep, you're right, Adam. So that's the um, or the character code. And this is, actually, let's do the character code. That's probably half a microsecond more performant instead of having to be interpreted by React or JavaScript or whatever it is. Let me bust out one that, let me see if I can get this right the first time. Otherwise, I'm just going to embarrass myself in front of some people. My music stopped. That was a jazz list. Vlog, music, jazz. And what's weird is this says that it's copyright free, but YouTube keeps flagging these videos as copyright infringement. So who knows whether this person's list is actually copyright free. All right, so I was looking for the dashboard. Can you think of another name to call that? Because, all right, we're going to do R A Oh, now I don't remember. R-A-A-R. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So right arrow and left arrow is R-A-R-R and L-A-R-R. So I used that on some buttons before. So that's what I've got. So save time and money with Beeline. Let's face it, you waste time and money on groceries. The stores are laid out so you have to down every aisle. You have to go down every aisle to find what you want. Why not save time and money by planning your route? So that's the current tagline. It could probably be made smaller, but I don't really know. All right, so I want to try to fix. Let's look at the z-index on this stuff, because this right here is showing over top and it shouldn't be. So absolutely, there's no z-indexes applied. So let's look at Tailwind's z-indexing. It's not configuration. So they've just got, let's see, 5, 6 levels of z-indexing. So it's based off of breakpoints. It's the viewport width. So you see up here in the right-hand corner, it's got the width. There's breakpoints within Tailwind that determine what elements to show and hide. And then in Tailwind, you tie into those with modifiers. So by default, the hero is hidden, and it only shows on block. So let's see. Well, Well, this part of the hero. So this is actually what I'm working on. It's this texture behind. So it doesn't actually sense. It doesn't actually care per se what device you're on. It's some of the commonalities across devices, um, if that makes any sense. So, so the z-index, let's try applying a z-index of 0 on the texture. And that's the whole page. That's just the SVG. So we'll apply it on the this part of the texture. So we'll say Z0. And then this part will say Z. It can be anything higher. Z10. Still not showing. So block. So this is Z50, just to make sure that we're like well above. Okay, so that didn't work. It's because it's absolutely positioned, which pulls it out of the document flow. The way that it's interpreted. Say do SVGs show over content Z index. Okay. This is Google started doing this and it's a bit jarring. I don't know if that's been happening over there, but it's been throwing me off. So it's saying that I have to do this by the way that it's ordered. But I don't think... Well, let's try it. So that needs to be way the hell down at the bottom. Put it after the children. Because it's absolutely positioned, that should still... So now it's above everything. You know what? I like it, but we're just not going to have it. That's the other way to get around it. And I'm not sure how much it takes away from it not having the texture there. It kind of does. So moving it back up. I Control Z too far. Okay, I really thought I could fix that with Z index, but that doesn't appear to be true. So my next question would be to think about what's the actual difference between this features component and, like, first difference I see is that this is relative and this is not relative. All right, that did it. So it was relative positioning. So let's look at what relative positioning means. Relative is position relative to its normal position. So for some reason that was out of its normal position in the DOM. Absolute, which is what the other part is bet, is to its nearest ancestor that is positioned. So, I think so. But somehow it had gotten taken out of relative positioning. So I don't know if Tailwind does something else on default. Because you can. There's also the idea of inheritance. So some of these positions can so it inherits its relative position relative to the closest fixed ancestor, which in most cases is the head of the app, like the body tag of the application, but it's not in this case. So it must be hitting something different. So it needs to be reset. Some of this is like, this was an example of my mental model for how it was working was not quite exactly, because I didn't make all of this stuff ahead of this. So I had to figure out what I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say. So this is the layout, and this is coming in from a page component, which I also created. So there's a landing page that I guess could be changed more often. I'm going to take everything out right now, and we'll just work on the layout. So we're not using exchange rates or hidden fees or transfers. So save time and money with Beeline. Let's face it. Features. So the features of the application are, I haven't created the self-organizing list yet, but you can organize your shopping list. Your grocery list. What time is it there? Is it 1 o'clock there? 2 a.m.? I'm excited because my wife and kids come back in a week. Have you been to the UK before? Each of these are 3-word sentences. Save money shopping, that's good. Organize your list. I think my wife was in Barcelona like 15 years ago. She would have been, how old am I? I think she was like 16 or 17. She went on a school trip. Yeah, maybe when COVID ends. They're no longer in the EU, so you've got to. I think there's still I think there's actually a stronger relationship between Spain and England on like travel, but even with that, you've got to go through more rigmarole now. I would say that I wasn't a Brexiter, but her parents were. So, oh, there's a really funny story. Um, so we had this trip planned in April for my wife to go over. That's why she's over there now. And her mom messaged us and said, "Oh no, the EU's banned flights from the US. You won't be able to come now." And she was a Brexiter, so we pointed out, you voted for Brexit. You're not part of the EU anymore. It's actually gone through. She'd forgotten. So she was telling us that we should just go to Russia. Like, we have no interest in going to Russia. It was like a completely non sequitur. It didn't make sense why she was telling us to go to Russia. Save money, shopping, organize your list, save money, save. At the store. Okay. So I've got to start getting ready for work soon, but maybe we can find an icon. So Tailwind also has a list of some resources. So that's actually a really good book, Refactoring UI. I want to buy it. I haven't bought it yet, but that's what they came out with before Tailwind UI. But they've got free icons, SVG icons, free vector illustrations, and then links to free photography as well. But I've been using these hero icons. There's actually a website, heroicons.dev, where you can search. So I want time, clock. Okay, so that SVG is in my clipboard. Okay, save time at the store. So I just pasted the SVG in. So what I need to do is I need to copy the stylings here. Now it's going to complain about some of the stuff in the path. So I'm going to show the errors first and then we'll fix them. Okay, so there's the clock right there. But we've got these two, fill rule and clip rule, which React requires this because it's interpreted JavaScript. You can't PR. Where's this one? Okay, so we don't want to fix that one. PR, and then what I'm looking for is the difference. The only two differences are this L-R needs to be LR. So I've got that. Save money shopping. So what is money? Dollars, pounds, euros. It's going to be dollars for me. Just because we could get all fancy and detect a person's location and then swap this out based off of where they are. But this could be an issue in the UK. It could be. Oh yeah, let's see if they have coins. Yep, they don't have coins. I'm sure. So here's something to think about. When you're designing an interface, it's pretty useful to keep the same icon set. Otherwise, you risk like the icons looking different in different parts of the app, and for consistency, like it's a good idea to keep the same icon set throughout the app. So that's why people pay a lot of money for like a nice icon set, is they want to keep the consistency, because sometimes there's like really subtle things that will throw off a person's psyche on a site. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so we need something for the concept of organizing. Because we've done save money. Organize your list. I wonder if list is something. Clipboard list. There we go. And after this one, I actually have to go get ready for work. I'm back working night shift this week, so I will be up till 9 a.m. But let's get rid of the L-R. Fix those. And what's the other one? P-R. So P-R, there's actually something in one of the other rules that we've got to actually read these. So P-R. So we don't want to fix that one. All right. Thought I fixed L-R. Oh, and class. But you have to do class equals because otherwise it would get all the class names. All right. So we've done quite a bit today. What happened here? I thought we had some spacing. Oh, I must have deleted the spacing off that dashboard. Yep. Okay. Something I had noticed here. So on his site, he's got. I'm going to have to try to fix this positioning on the next one. He's got the texture one on the right and one on the left. But for some reason on mine, they both gone to the left. And I can't tell you why because I don't think I did anything to cause that. But obviously I did, so it's not like someone else came in here and did something to cause it. So I'll need to figure that out on the next video. Thanks for joining, Adam. I've got to go get ready for work, take care of my dogs, and guess I'll catch you on the next time. So I'll let's see. I don't know if I can tweet you specifically. You followed me on. Did you click the little bell on when I start to present for the notification? So it's actually pretty cool. David, who is currently working on Redwood, like he is like the fastest at responding to stuff on their forum. He keeps mentioning me. So thank you, David, if you're watching. Yeah. Well, that's it for today. I've got to go do things. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.